Hello, teacher. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good, good. Sorry for the slight delay in the class starting. Um,
Don't worry. Don't worry. Uh, I am hearing the other class a little.
Great, great. Yeah, I was doing one on idioms, and we went a little bit over time. Um, Idioms are
Yes, yes,
great fun. It was a good class. So
yes. It's a bit difficult, the meaning of the idioms sometimes.
yeah.
You have to practice a lot if you want to know a certain quantity of idioms, recognize a certain quantity of idioms.
Yeah, yeah. And there are so many. Um,
Yes, yes.
in fact, as we were explaining the meaning of some idioms, we were
Mm.
using other idioms to explain them.
Yeah, to tell the truth, then it's nearly impossible to remember all idioms you study on Berlin. You now some of them, in my case, very few, under the weather, for example, or put your eggs in only in one basket, for example. Only a few idioms only.
Yeah, they're very challenging for me in
Yeah.
Spanish. I don't even think I can name any in Spanish except for
Yes.
ones that are the same.
Yes.
Some can be the same. Some languages share idioms.
In my opinion, they are very similar. They are very similar,
Yeah.
but in normal languages, in informal languages, there are a lot of idiom in Spanish. Above all, in Andalusia, my region, in Seville, more concretely in Seville, there are a lot of idioms, a lot.
Yeah, some dialects of languages will use more
Yes,
idioms than others.
yes, yes. It is a different way of speaking in relation to other cities of Spain.
Yeah, yeah. I remember studying abroad in Chile, um, and Chile has so many, and they call them Chilenismos,
Mm?
that are very particular only to Chile. Um, and I actually bought a book of
Yes.
of only Chilean idioms.
Yeah.
And yeah, tough. It was tough for me to understand a lot of them. Right, Herman?
Right, Stephanie.
so, so idioms are a pretty cool language phenomenon that exists in all languages. So I'm hoping to do some more classes on them in the future. Um, but here we are. We are here for Would You Rather. Um, and we may have some idioms come up. Who knows? But let's see. So hello, Herman. How are you today?
Hi, Stephanie. It's nice to see you. Hi,
Nice,
guys.
nice to see you too. And David, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. Great. And Daniel, hello.
Hey Stephanie, good to see you again.
How are you?
Doing just great, thank you for asking.
Good, good. All right, so we'll get started. This is kind of a game. There's no real points or winners, but you will be presented with two choices, and the choices are supposed to be difficult to make a choice. So you will have to choose one or the other and explain why you would choose that. These are hypothetical or imaginary situations, So you'll be using the second conditional quite a lot. And we'll start with a website that has just a million would you rathers. But if you have an idea or if you know a question, we will take your ideas as well. So as we're going along, if you think of your own question, I'll give some opportunities for that as well. And hello, Ilyas.
Hello, teacher.
Welcome. Excellent work on the idioms. You have an extensive knowledge on idioms.
But I am just beginner.
Just getting your feet wet, right?
Yes.
Great. Well, great. All right. So our first scenarios tonight. This is a silly one to start with. We'll just start with a fun one. Some can be quite serious. This one is rather silly and a fun one to start with. So the question is, would you rather, and rather means prefer in this instance. So would you rather all raindrops be the size of golf balls, or would you rather have it rain 3 times as often as it usually does? So what would you prefer? And if it's okay, Ilyas, can we start with you?
Sure.
All right, which would you prefer?
This question has surprised me.
Why?
Because I never pay attention to this type of question. Because I like working in the rain.
Good. Well, what would you prefer if you had to
Do you hear
choose
me?
between these two? Yes.
So I prefer that rain falls with moderation.
Okay. So you would choose that the raindrops themselves would be big, like golf balls?
No. But I prefer that the rain drops normally, as usual.
That is not an option.
Yes. It's hard to choose between two things because I have never experienced this. Therefore, it's hard for me to give you a precise answer, a good answer.
Yes. And this one is quite silly, right? Of course, neither situation will ever happen. It's completely imaginary.
If the rain falls much, it can bring about flood. Therefore, there is no better than moderation in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. If it rains 3 times as often, it might flood, depending where you live.
But sometimes the train cannot handle all water because it rains much. The train, no matter how are big, cannot handle this amount of water. Therefore, it can cause flood.
Yeah, yes, the drains can't handle maybe that volume of rain. Yeah. All right.
This big amount of rain.
Okay. So I'm going to mark then that you would prefer larger raindrops. Excellent. Thank you for your thoughts. Wonderful. Moving to the left, Herman, what would you prefer, larger raindrops or rain 3 times more often?
Or raining 3 times more often because a golf ball of water is very heavy and big and can hurt you. I think it's because the clouds are very high and the speed will be increasing when the water was falling, so they can hear you, I think. So I prefer have rain 3 times more.
Great. Yeah, good reason. It could physical danger. Great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Excellent. David, how about you? What would you rather have?
I think I prefer it rains 3 times as often as usually, because I think in this manner the pollution go down more than the first one, and because I am to go wet, I prefer the second one.
Great. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, more raining more often would have some benefits, like clearing the pollution out of the air. Great. Excellent. Danielle, how about you? What would you prefer?
Well, I think the most reasonable one is the second picture, like they said, but if I could choose that for just one day, for an hour, I think I would choose the number one picture. Because come on, it must be so fun to have a raindrop like the size of a golf ball. You're outside and there's like this huge bubble of water coming in your direction and something you've never experienced before. Must be fun in some ways.
Good. I like that reason. It definitely would be interesting. Great.
I mean, not for the whole day because it can actually damage maybe your car, buildings, your head as well. Must be. I think it might hurt if you got hit by a huge ball of water, but I think for like 30 minutes, but it'd be funny to experience that.
Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah, great. Excellent. So far we have two for.
Teacher, Mr. reminds me another a good point, important point I would like to make.
Mhm.
That the raindrops that are of the size that are the size of goal balls can ruin or spoil the plants and can lead to a bad crop or a bad yield.
Yeah, something else to keep in mind, the effect that large drops would have on plant life.
Can be detrimental to the plants and to agriculture.
Yeah.
So the yield will be poor, and this will affect negatively on the yield on land because the land can't absorb much water.
Yeah, I certainly hadn't thought of that. Thank you for raising that point. Excellent.
Okay, now I'm feeling bad about my choice here.
Well, luckily, both are imaginary.
Yeah, good.
And as it stands right now, we have 2 votes for rain the size of golf balls, and we have 2 votes for raining 3 times as often. Anna, it is your turn. What would you prefer?
I'd rather all raindrops by the size of golf balls, because in this way it takes less time to rain than in the other way. I don't go out to the streets. If it rained more time, although it could be more soft, is a bit it bother me because sometimes it's raining during two continuous weeks, and it's difficult. It's difficult. It affects me to go out to the street when it's raining. So I'd rather the other way, because I don't go out during 2 or 3 or 4 hours, and nothing else.
Good, interesting. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. If there's rain, if there's just a certain amount of rain, it would go faster if the raindrops were larger.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas if it usually rains for 2 weeks
Oh,
and it rains 3 times as often, then that's 6 weeks of rain.
it's awful. It's awful.
Terrible.
In autumn, and the last 2 or 3 years is so it's raining during 2 weeks, 2 continuous weeks. Is terrible.
Great. Yeah. Really good points. Really good points. All right. So we have 3 for the raindrops, golf ball-sized raindrops. We have 2 for 3 times as often. And I'll cast my vote. I have, let's see, I live in a place where it doesn't rain very often, and I quite like the rain, so I'm going to choose 3 times as often. I think I would regret that choice in real life because I quite like to go outside, but not in the rain. But I also think rain is beautiful. I like to stay inside and read books in the rain. So I'm choosing 3 times as often, which puts us at a tie, 3 and 3. No winners on this one. But great thoughts, everyone. All right, so for our second one, does anybody have their own would you rather situations? Otherwise, we'll continue. Some of these are not very good. They can be quite strange, some of them. Many of them are inappropriate even. There's a whole section for inappropriate ones. We won't go there. Let's check out people. This one might be an interesting one. So would you rather find true love, or would you rather find $10 million? So love or money is the question. And moving to the left, Herman, will you go first for this one?
Okay. It's a hard question.
It is.
It's a lot of money. I think I'm going to be boring and I'm going to choose true love.
And why will you choose true love? I don't think it's boring at all.
I don't know, but true love is an important thing in your life. You cannot be happy without true love, and you can be happy without money. You don't need $10 million to be happy, but you need true love.
Great.
But with $10 million, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah, you can certainly pay someone to pretend to be your true love.
And more than one.
Yeah, yes, good point. Great. Okay, 1 vote for true love. Excellent. Thank you. And David, how about you? What would you choose and why?
I think I will choose true love also, because I think it's important to have a person who takes care of you, and that is more important than money, I think. And $10 million is enough money, but no, I prefer true love.
Great, great. Another vote for true love. More important than money. Wonderful. Daniel, how about you? What would you rather have?
First of all, I just want to ask Herman, how can you get bored with $10 million?
Herman, do you have a response?
Sorry, I didn't pay attention. What was the question?
Oh, I asked you, how can you get bored with $10 million?
Oh, you can. I said that you can, but you can be happy without $10 million, but you can be happy with true love. So that's what I choose, true love.
So you might not be bored with $10 million, but
Yeah, of course
you
not.
won't be happy. Or
No,
maybe not.
you can be happy with less money. I said just that.
Yes, yeah. Great. Good question. All right, so Daniel, how would you vote? What would you prefer?
Well, I think that's an easy one for me because I already found my true love, so I'm gonna stick with the second picture, $10 million.
Okay, easy for you then. Although we could put the rule, you can only have one. So either you keep your true love that you found, or you find $10 million and lose your true love.
Well, you know what they say, right? Love lasts forever, and money you can actually spend in a day. So I'm gonna stick with true love.
Okay, great. Excellent. So we're 3 for 3 voting for true love. Excellent, wonderful. And Anna, that brings us to you. What would you rather find?
I'd rather to be a true love instead of a lot of money. Maybe when I was younger, it's possible to be sometimes more interested in money. Because you need to resolve many problems, and you can feel I don't know how to say that, consent when you don't have money to pay many things of children. But to be honest, money no mean to be happy, and it's important in life. A true love is, in my opinion, is necessary. Yes.
Good, great, yeah. Excellent. So another vote for true love. Brings us to me, and I'm going to agree with everyone. I would vote for true love. Money can get you a lot of things in life, but it can't buy you happiness. And I think without some true love, you'll never be fully happy. You might be happy, but not as happy as you could be. And Natasha has joined us. Natasha, hello.
Hello, Stephanie. Hello, guys. I am sorry for my late coming to you.
No worries. This is a good class for coming and going.
Thank you.
But you did walk in at the end of this scenario, so it is your turn, and you have to answer the question, what would you rather find, true love or $10 million?
It's question to me?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, thank you. I would rather find true love than $2 million, because I suppose when people found true love, they are very happy, and when they have a choice, they can take only true love, because when they have this feeling, and when they have with them their second half, it's very important, and only after that, only after they meet of their true love, they maybe would have I'm sorry. They would want to have millions dollars. I mean that they have a choice. They always firstly to choose true love.
Yeah, good. So another vote for true love. More important than money.
Yes, I suppose it's really more important. When people have their true love or when they're without it, yes, they choose dollars, but they will find, they will look for their true love anyway.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so even if you had $10 million, you'd still be looking for true love.
Yes.
But if you have true love, you may never need to look for money because you're fully happy.
No. When people have true love, they, I suppose, they, in any rate, in any case, will want to have $10 million. But true love for them more important than dollars. I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, and I think everyone in this hangout agrees. We have an unanimous vote. 6 votes for true love and 0 votes for $10 million.
It's nice.
Great. Nice one, everyone. Okay. So does anyone have their own question, or shall I look for another?
Yes, I have one.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so we all know that money doesn't buy you happiness, but would you rather be poor and sad or be a billionaire and sad?
Oh, good question. So the question is, would you rather be poor and sad or be a billionaire and sad?
But no,
Is it the same amount of sad, or is it different? A different kind of sad?
It's exactly the same amount of sad.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. And let's start. Let's see. Daniel, do you want to start?
Oh yeah, sure. I think I would choose the second option, be a billionaire and sad, because well, I'm gonna be sad, but at least I'm gonna have a lot of money, so I'm gonna have a lot of ways to spend my money and my time buying things, cars, maybe traveling a lot around the world. So it's gonna be a different kind of sad, because if I'm poor and sad in the same time, I'm just gonna stay home and working a lot and having no money in my pocket and just, oh my God, my life sucks. I cannot do anything because I don't have money.
Yeah, so at least as a billionaire, you can distract yourself from your sadness for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Great, all right. Anna, how about you? Would you rather be poor and sad or a billionaire and sad?
I'd rather to be sad and rich instead of sad and poor. I think in this way I can compensate a certain part of my sadness with money. I could travel a lot. I could know many people. I could go to many parties. In this way, I can avoid certain part of sad. Maybe.
Yeah. So another vote for rich and sad because you can maybe avoid your sadness for a little while.
Yes.
Good. Great. How about David? What would you prefer, poor and sad or billionaire and sad?
I prefer billionaire and sad. I think with a lot of money, I can do a lot of things, and maybe I pay for a good therapist or something like that to solve my problem with and to be more happy. I don't know, but I prefer the money.
Good, excellent. Yep. So another vote for billionaire and sad. Again, maybe you can run away from your sadness with your money. Let's go next to Natasha. How about you? What would you prefer? Poor and sad or billionaire and sad?
I suppose that it's obviously, I mean that I would rather be rich and sad than poor and sad, because in any case we have a sad, so we are it's really better to be rich in this situation, because we can have a lot of other good things, such as improve our education, for example, or a lot of experiments, I mean maybe extremes in our life, and in this case maybe we can improve our mood too, and also to have opportunity to meet different interesting people, to have something events, and so on. I think so.
Yeah, so you might be sad, but you won't be bored and sad if you have money. Great, great. Okay, and Herman, your question, what would you prefer?
I think it's an easy question. Rich and sad, of course. More is better than less. And why to be poor if you can be rich or millionaire?
Yeah.
You are sad in the two situations. I prefer to be millionaire, of course.
Yeah. And I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say, if I'm going to be sad either way, I might as well be rich. Great. So I'll show you my scorecard. I keep track as we answer, for no reason really. But so again, unanimous. We would all prefer to be rich and sad, because at least we can distract ourselves, travel, and maybe have some sad fun.
Yeah, so the point is money doesn't buy you happiness, but it can distract you.
Yeah, good. Well said. Well said. Excellent. Great. Okay, I found another question. This one's a little more serious, but should make for some interesting debate, depending. So this one, would you rather know the truth, or would you rather let some stuff stay secret? And I guess we could interpret these however we want, but let's just say, would you rather know the truth about, I guess, about everything, or would you rather let some stuff stay secret? How about, let's see, David hasn't started us yet. So David, would you start us with this one?
Yes.
All right, great.
I'm thinking. I think some stuff needs to stay secret. In particular, the things that affect to the security of the people. These kind of things maybe needs to stay secret. But in other case, we need to know the truth. But if they want to choose, I choose the second one.
All right, great, great. So forced to choose, you would choose that some stuff stays secret, especially because of safety concerns.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good point. Really good point. Great. Let's move to the right with this one. Herman, which would you rather have? Know the truth or something stay secret?
Oh, it's a hard question again. For me, I prefer to know the truth, but I think for the population, sometimes it's better to let some stuff stay in secret, because some things are dangerous to the balance of the economy or the political situations. So I prefer in generally terms, the second one choice.
Great. Yeah. Again, there could be very important things that are secret for a reason. Great. Good points. Natasha, how about you? Would you prefer to always know the truth or for some things to stay secret?
I suppose that is controversial question because, as a rule, I would rather know the truth. But sometimes I really think that to don't know something truth, it's better than to have knowledge about something secret things. I mean that sometimes to know these things is not benefit.
Yeah, so not everyone needs to know everything all the time, right?
Yes.
Great, great. So I'm gonna mark your vote for some things stay secret.
Sometimes it's better, yes.
Yeah, great, great. Good thoughts. Excellent. Going around to Anna. Anna, would you rather know the truth or would you rather that some things stay secret?
I'd rather to know the truth always because it's easier to make a decision for your own, even if the situation is relating to the health issues. That's all.
Good, yeah, good. So to know the truth is very important. Great, excellent. So we have 1 for knowing the truth, 3 for staying secret. Daniel, what would you rather have, or what would you rather be the case?
Well, if I look at on the personal side, like friends, relationship, family, I rather know the truth. But if we are talking about politicians, government, economy, we are playing the politicians game, I would rather let some stuff stay secret because the truth might hurt, and there's always a reason why you're trying to hide the truth. So you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow, and maybe if you unveil some stuff there, especially talking about politicians, it can harm your country, your government, your economy. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be a problem for the population.
Yeah, good points. So forced to choose between one or the other, and let's just say that this applies to all things. So in your own personal life and in the world at large, including politics. So which would you choose?
Okay, sorry. I'll stick to the second one then.
All
Let some
right.
stuff
Yeah.
stay secret.
Yeah. Yeah. I my own thoughts are very similar to yours.
I think it might hurt, and I know because it's all lies, but there's always a reason why someone is lying to you, and of course it's not something that just because there's a reason, I think it's something that you can actually uh, accept. But when you're talking about millions of people, I think sometimes you cannot reveal the truth, all the truth.
yeah. Yeah. I have to agree. And I'm torn. In my own personal life, I always prefer to know the truth about everything. But if I had to choose for the entire world, I just think for the safety of everyone, maybe it's best that some things stay secret. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm not going to vote yet. I'm going to go to Ilyas and ask Ilyas, what would you rather have? Would you rather know the truth or would you rather let some stuff stay secret?
Teacher, I am the person who is not involved in politics. I like going to the beach with friends, with friends, with other friends, go to the beach, reading books. logging on Verblink to learn a language because I hate being involved in politics.
Good.
In order to clear my head.
Good, good. Good, so we're going to mark that as stay secret. Rather just not have anything to do with it. Great. All right, so then I guess I am forced to choose one. I think I'm going to choose know the truth. Even though I think it could be dangerous in some situations. I think some secrets are best kept secrets. I personally would always want to know the truth. So I'm going to vote for that. Which leaves us with 2 votes for knowing the truth and 5 for staying secret. So staying secret wins. All right. So before we look online, is there anyone who has their own scenario or their own situations?
I have one.
All right, let's hear it.
It's in the chat.
Oh, let me go to the Verbling chat. Okay, here, great. So the question is, would you rather be famous, handsome, millionaire, successful, or be someone who contributes to make a better world, like Einstein or Gandhi? Oh, this is a great question. Let me write it on my score sheet. All right, so famous, handsome, millionaire, successful, or contribute to a better world and possibly not be successful and not be famous, but make the world a better place. Good, really good question. And Herman, it's your question. Will you choose someone to be first?
Okay. You.
Oh, no!
Yes.
That backfired. You weren't supposed to choose me. Okay. All right. Well, I think this is tough because it would be wonderful to have fame and money and be successful. But if I think of someone like Kim Kardashian, I definitely would not want to be her. I don't care how much money or fame it would be. So for me, it would be more important to make the world a better place or make a big, important contribution to the world. I would like to do that. So I would rather contribute to a better world. Great. So let's move to the left of my window on my screen, which Natasha's next. What would you rather be, famous and successful, or would you rather contribute to a better world?
Okay, I'll try. Wow. I think that maybe it would rather to be contributor for contributor to make a better world, and in this case, I mean that if every person, if everybody be contributors and to make something for improving other worlds, in the end, all people or the most of people can be maybe not famous but handsome, and maybe not millionaire but rich and successful people. So maybe better to be contributors. And in this case, every person can do something important and important in this case and on this way, maybe. I don't know.
Great. Yeah. So if you contribute to a better world, you may wind up getting a little bit of money, a little bit of fame. Great. And excellent. And I think we're going to do ladies first. So let's move to Anna. Anna, what would you rather be?
Yes, I'd rather to be what is the question? Sorry.
To be famous, handsome, a millionaire, and successful, or to be someone who contributes to the world, to a better world.
Yes, thank you. I'd rather to be a person who can contribute to get a better world, because in this way I am sure I feel much more satisfied than in the other way. Although it's good to be famous and a millionaire and enjoy many things. Then these people sometimes and happy because it's a superficial life. In other way, when you can help people that need many things, and you can give us all, no all things, but necessary things. You get these people feel very happy, and they could be very grateful with you.
Yeah. So personal satisfaction.
Yes,
that you'll get out of helping others and contributing. Yes. Great. Excellent. Well said. So Daniel, brings us to you. What would you rather be? Famous and successful and handsome, or contribute to a better world?
Well, if I could be a famous person like Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe, I don't know, like does tons and dozens of brilliant movies, and still gets no Oscar about that. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'll stick with the second one. I would rather contribute to make a better world. And that question actually, I think it's kind of personal to me, because that's exactly the thinking that made me go through to college and study computer science. And this is why right now my job is as a software programmer. Because the reason why I do this, why I develop application, is to make someone's life better. I mean, just to be able to wake up in the morning knowing that, oh, I'm studying and I'm developing myself day after day, just to develop an application that can make someone's life better. I think that's the best thing you can have as a human being at the end of the day.
Cool.
And I don't know about you guys, but what's the point when you create something if it's not to improve someone's life, if it's not to make a better world? Because you can actually create something and make millions, billions of lives better.
Nice.
So I'm gonna stick with the second one.
All right, great. Marking you down for the second one. So, and this is a choice you've already made. When you were deciding between Hollywood and college, you chose college to help people. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, but I think to enter Hollywood, you need to get through college, right?
I think many do. Great, awesome, good answer. David, how about you? Would you rather be a handsome, famous, successful millionaire, or make the world be a better place and possibly never be known or never get thanks?
I think I choose the opposite of Natasha. I prefer to be famous, handsome, millionaire, and successful, and with my money, I help people with scholarships or donation for charity or things like that.
Good point. Yeah, no one has raised that point yet. that you can contribute to a better world with your millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You can pay Daniel to develop apps that will help people.
I also a software engineer, but my programs are, I'm sure that it's not for people for the better world. My programs are very easy to load at the web page. It's not important.
But they must help someone somewhere, I'm sure. I'm always surprised. It seems that on Verbling we do have a lot of people in the technology field, which is really cool. Wonderful. Great. That brings us to Germán. It's your question, and what would you rather be?
I'm selfish, so I prefer the first option. And like David says, I can contribute with my big money in charity.
That is a good point. That does kind of change some things, doesn't it? Probably could even help more people that way. Great. Good answer. Okay, so we have 4 votes for contribute to a better world, 2 votes for famous and successful, and we have 1 more voter. So Ilias, what would you rather be? Would you rather be famous, handsome, successful, millionaire, or would you rather make the world a better place and possibly never get recognized for it?
It's a controversial topic for me because for me I think that fame has a tax. For example, the famous people are always the center of attention of the press of people because their lives are not from themselves, they are for others. So before taking any step, they think twice, they think over. Famous people before taking any step, they think over and over and over. Do you hear me, teacher?
Yeah. So they have to think about how the public will judge them.
Yes. Yeah, the reaction of the public and the press. Therefore, for example, if they travel, they are hounded by the press. They are followed by the press, or hounded by the press, or chased after the press.
Hounded. We often say hounded by the press. Yeah.
They are hounded by the press. On the other hand, I would like to contribute my skills for the benefit of the well-being of the human being. For example, to leave a book or to leave something useful for the future generation, in order that my name might be inscribed in a cold ink with a cold ink.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it sounds like you would prefer to contribute something.
I prefer to be self-sufficient, to make both ends, to live happily, and on the other hand to contribute to the benefit of human being, but without drawing the attention of others.
Great, good. Well thought out answer.
Because I hate being hounded by people.
Yeah.
I want to lead a noble life. So if I travel, no one follows me. If I sleep, I don't think of anyone. If I eat well. So
it's a good life being not famous, right?
Yes.
Great. Excellent. Well thought out answer and well said. So looking at our scorecard, we have 5 votes for contribute to a better world, 2 votes for famous and successful. I might change my vote after the point of how you can contribute to the world with your money. But as a teacher for now, I'll stick with contribute to a better world.
Teacher, now you are teaching English, and the class is aired, and it is now aired and recorded. It's one of the contribution you have made to human being.
Yeah, and part of why I became a teacher was to help others. And of
A
course,
good act.
when I became a teacher, of course, I knew I was choosing to never be famous or successful
Because
or rich, since that's the opposite of teachers.
Teacher Stephanie?
Yeah,
Uh, I don't get me wrong, but when you gave your example, did you say something about Kim Kardashian?
I did. That
You
was
said
kind of
something
the
like,
first.
would you rather to be her? I don't. You would
Yeah.
like to be her.
My point is that I would not like to be her. As much as I'm sure her life is fun and great, all she does is be beautiful and have money. But she
to
seems kind
travel
of
to
stupid. Intelligence is really important to me. Yeah, Paris Hilton is another great example of someone I would not want to be. And beauty is fun while you have it, but all of us age, and when we're 80, none of us look very good.
and the
um,
and the beauty is the eye of the beholder. So
true, yeah. There's no one person who's beautiful to everyone.
and it depends on the culture and the country. Each one defines beauty according to to a criteria, a
That,
criterion.
that's true. That's true. Absolutely. Good point. Um,
Oh, because for a moment I thought you wanted to be Kim Kardashian. Oh, thank God.
no, I don't. That's why I don't choose famous and successful and rich. Now, if I could be famous and rich and successful, like, I don't know, like Steve Jobs or like uh, someone like that, someone who has made a contribution, then I would like it. But I think of Paris Hilton or Kim Kardashian, and I don't want that. So better to contribute to a better world, in my opinion. And Herman, thank you very much for that question. That was a great one. Lots of good discussion.
Thank you so much, teacher, for your questions.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed this class, I'll be doing it on a regular basis, so keep an eye out, and I hope to see you all again in a future class.
Thank you so much, teacher.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks,
Have a great
Stephanie.
weekend. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.